All right, y'all. All right, y'all. All right, y'all. We are live on this beautiful. I don't even know what day it is anymore. I don't know what day it is, and I don't care. But God bless everybody in the name of Jesus, Yeshua, the Messiah. Bitcoin is pumping. We are live for this early morning live stream. Make sure to smash up the likes, because if we can get 1,500 likes in the first half hour, we will be giving away 1,000 USDT, baby, as Bitcoin has broken $90,000. We're going to be talking about what happens next. Got to give a major shout out to the Cipher crew. Got to give a major shout out to ANTARCTIC, Decentralized Exchange. Got to give a major shout out to BLOFIN. Got to give a major shout out to CryptoFace and Market Cipher. All right, and we got to give a major shout out to everybody in the chat. Shout out to Crypto Coons. Shout out to 3-Digit. Music's too loud. All right, let's lower the music then. All right. Let's, sorry guys, I'm so sorry. Look, I'm not a DJ up in here, and I've got some technical issues. I don't even know what day it is, but that's okay. I think we're coming in here, and I think things are going to be all right. All right, I think things are going to be all right. Let's see. All right. Yeah, I think we're good now. I think we're good. All right. Shout out to Roberto. He says, let's go, baby. Shout out to Jakes. He says, good morning, Jay. Shout out to Laurent, who says, hey. Shout out to King Andrew 900. BLOFIN, baby. Shout out to Crypto Maxer, who says, sound, Jason. Shout out to Abby Nay Varma. God bless you, bro. Everyone's piling in. Come on, guys. Let's go. Shout out to J-Boy Bullish with the SBF thumbnail. God bless you, my bro. All right. Dang, bro, now I know why you have so much money. You only buy one shirt a year. That's true, man. This is the only shirt I have, all right? Shout out to Relatable AF from India. Caffeine is life, man. Praise the Lord for coffee, all right? Praise the Lord for coffee. Shout out to C7. Shout out to M2R. Shout out to Crypto Coons and everybody who's a moderator holding it on down with the wrench up in here, all right? You guys are awesome, all right? All right, let's discuss what is happening right now with Bitcoin. Because as you can see, we're in a little bit of a long trade. I'm actually in a few long trades here. We're up right now, I don't even know. What's 8 plus 7? You know, 15? 15? We're up 25,000 US dollars right now on these juicy long trades. Already locked in a few K. And we are, as you can see, breaking out of the trend line. We are breaking out of the trend line, and we're going to be talking about what is going to happen. Make sure to smash up the likes, guys, so we can get that giveaway. Shout out to OG Blockchain. Shout out to Marek. May God bless you and your family. All right. Here we go, baby. Here we go. Let's get right into this juicy Bitcoin price action. First of all, if you were in the Casper Crew VIP Discord, you would be long right now from the setup given on Monday. All right. From this very important green box. We dip into the box and get a bounce. And, of course, what do you know? We dip into the box and get a bounce, exactly as drawn. Here's the thing, guys. The Bitcoin respects my art. I'm an artiste. All right. Now, if you want to trade Bitcoin along with us in the Casper crew, I recommend you check out BLOFIN, because right now, BLOFIN, in my opinion, has the most perks. They're giving you 10% cash back, everything you deposit, $1,000 future bonus, a chance to win all these prizes. Plus, if you sign up using my link, you can get 0.04% market fees, which is the same as MEXC, without the 50% discount, all right? Also, check out BITUNIX. We got the competitions going on, the 20% cash back. Also, guys, check out ANTARCTIC. ANTARCTIC, a game-changing decentralized exchange, all right? If you sign up to ANTARCTIC using the link in the description, you'll get SVIP privileges. What does that mean? It means the lowest fees, period. Right now, we've got 0% limit order, 0.015% market order over on ANTARCTIC, a new exchange. It's going to change the name of the game when it comes to trading. All right, the name of the game. All right, the name of the game. So, let's pop on over to TradingView and see what she's going to do with this juicy price action. Oh my goodness. Would you just look? First of all, let's just gaze our eyes on this beautiful weekly chart. Let's check it out. The beautiful weekly chart. Whew. Man, oh man. Oh man, oh man. It's looking pretty juicy in my opinion. All right. So look at this weekly chart. What do we have here? We have, in fact, a confirmed hidden bullish divergence on Market Cipher B. This confirmed last week, guys, on Sunday. This confirmed, and as we know, in the past, when we get these big hidden bullish divergences on the weekly time frame, it leads to the big break. Ever since the bottom in November 2022, we get the pump, we get the range. When we print that Market Cipher B green dot hidden bullish divergence, we get the big break, and then we pump, and then we range until we get that hidden bullish divergence on Market Cipher B, and then we pump. All right, now what is a hidden bull div? Because people get confused about this, so just to reiterate, in case you're new, a hidden bullish divergence is a continuation pattern in an uptrend. If you can draw a trend line on a chart and notice, wow, it respects the trend line, boom, 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 we're coming back down to it again. What you want to see here, a continuation pattern, is the momentum waves on the oscillator getting lower as that price is making the higher low into the trend line. This is a continuation pattern because an uptrend is characterized by a big move up and then a little move down, then a big move up and then a little move down. And so they say the trend is your friend, but people get wrecked in bull markets longing when it comes down a little bit. What you want to do is you want to long after it comes down a little bit for the big move up. So how can you tell when the down a little bit is over? Well, it all has to do, in my opinion, with the oscillator, Market Cipher B. So let's see if we can, yeah, here we go. Here we go. You guys see this? Look at this. We want to see that nice uneven butt cheek pattern. Skinny butt cheek on the left, big fat butt cheek on the right. Skinny on the left, big fat on the right. Just like what we're seeing here. Skinny on the left, big fat on the right. Okay? Now, when you get that, you also want to go down to our lower time frames and ask yourself, well, am I seeing, not that, this, big on the left and skinny on the right, a regular bullish divergence, right? When you see a hidden bull div, you want to confirm it's really a hidden bull div by looking at the lower time frames and seeing, okay, I see a hidden bull div on the high time frames. What do the low time frames tell me? This is a reversal pattern, okay? Remember, a hidden bull div is a continuation pattern in a larger uptrend. This is a reversal pattern in a smaller downtrend. So these lower time frames are recognizing that this down a little bit in the macro uptrend is a local downtrend, right? Because when you're in a big uptrend like this on the weekly and the monthly time frame, when you zoom into the 3-day, right? And if someone just looked at the Bitcoin chart like this, they say, oh, looks like we're in a downtrend. We're making lower lows and lower highs. They're right. So how can you tell when the downtrend is over? Well, this is a reversal pattern. As the price is getting lower to key support and the oscillator is getting higher, that tells you we're about to get a reversal. So when you see the two together, the continuation of the big uptrend and the reversal of the small downtrend, man, you got yourself a match made in White Castle. And speaking of White Castle, this price action has me more excited than the time me and Carl from the moon drove in his dang Maserati to White Castle.
Hello, I would like to get a Big Mac meal.
And here's the thing, guys, and here's the thing. We are getting a pump, and we are currently right now breaking resistance. This is why you need to subscribe to the channel, guys, because I've literally been shouting it from the rooftops since the very beginning of last week here, which was before the big break. All right, so this whole time we had a whole week of the Bitcoin price literally doing nothing at 83K. I've been shouting it from the rooftops. This is bullish. I'm bullish. I've been publicly bullish. And here we are getting a big break. So what happens next? This is very crucial as it is a Wednesday, and oftentimes the weekly highs or weekly lows are put in on a Wednesday. So we need to keep our eyes peeled like a dang banana. Banana. You guys got the banana, the banana. You got to keep it peeled like a dang banana. All right. So when we print these green dots, we have to understand that, like, historically speaking, y'all, they don't necessarily give us the pump right away, right? In fact, this one, we got 2 weeks of downside, about 7%. This one here in 2024, September, we got 3 weeks of downside, about 12%. This one so far, it looks like it's Pump City, right? But I want to bring your attention back to what happened in September 2024. We confirmed the green dot, then we had a week of upside, all right? Everyone was excited. Week of upside, green dot printed. We're pumping 6-7% to the upside. And then after that big pump and everyone's excited, boom, we come down 11.2%. So I just want to say we do need to be careful here because historically speaking, it's not straight up. Could it be straight up? Yes. Would that be nice? Yes. Yes, it would be. Yes, it would be. But here's the thing, just because we're bullish doesn't mean you long right away. A spot buy, you know, I'd say if that's your thing, then that's different. But I'm talking about leverage trading. You need to wait for an entry, right? Like that's what we do in the Casper Crew VIP Discord. We wait for an entry. We give the setups in advance every single day, right? We wait for this entry. We want to see confirmations at the area. Once you get confirmations at the area, that's when you take your dang trade. And that's how we rack in these racks. We rack in the racks in the Casper Crew VIP Discord, baby. Shout out to Antarctic Exchange, lowest fees in the game, baby. Link in the description. All right. So let's talk about the actual, like, the volume and everything. It's on the chart. Make sure to smash the likes. All right. Make sure to smash the dang likes. And we got a super chat in the house. It says I'm not bullish enough. Maybe I'm not, but you know what? Here's something I've learned in life. It's better to expect less and then be surprised with more than to expect more and be surprised with less. All right? It really is. That will keep you much happier in life. All right? Don't expect a lot and then be disappointed when it doesn't happen. Expect little and then just be super grateful and amazed when more happens, right? So we're going to erase everything from our chart here. We're going to go to our daily time frame and we're going to look at the volume of this entire range here. So you can see right now that we have broken above what? All right. We're going to draw the volume right here. Okay, check this out. We have broken above our key level of around $90,000. This is the value area low of the range. This is super exciting because, as you know, the market has established a fair value zone ever since Trump won the election. Us, the market participationers, have said that the Bitcoin price is fair between $105,000 and about this price right here at around $90,000, $89,000, $90,000. Every time the price comes down to the undervalued zone, it gets moved back up by us. We're the ones buying and selling. And every time it comes above the fair value zone, it gets moved down by us. We're the ones selling up there because we're trying to make those juicy profits. Buy low and sell high. Eat yourself a pecan pie. All right? Grow some wings and then you fly. E-I-E-I-E-I-I. It was an old nursery rhyme that my grandma used to tell me back in the day. All right? And my grandma was the same one who said, Jason, don't buy that Bitcoin stuff. It's a scam. It's a Ponzi. I told her, Grandma, don't worry. I'm going to retire you on this. She said, Jason, I'm already retired. Don't worry about it. I said, Grandma, just you wait. Just you wait another 50, 60 years. She gave me a weird look. But this move looks like the one that's actually going to retire my grandma in 50, 60 years. Now that we're back inside the fair value zone, probabilities are most that we are going to come up to this area, the high volume node. The high volume node of the range. This is $97,000. This is very important because now that we've come back inside the zone, closed a very bullish daily candle above here, actually, the probabilities now say upside is more probable. Now, if we can reclaim 97K, I say all-time highs are in the books. All right? But now that we're inside this range, what has happened now that wasn't happening yesterday? 90K is now support. Remember, support and resistance is like floors of a house. So we got ourselves a house here. We got ourselves the basement. All right? Then we've got ourselves the first floor. Then we've got ourselves the second floor. And then we've got ourselves the roof. Now notice something about the roof. All right? There's a hole in the roof. Why is there a hole in the roof? Because, bam, baby! We don't respect roofs around here. So what used to be the ceiling in the basement is now the floor. All right? So now 90K is going to be pretty key support. So this is something that we need to keep in mind as we are trading in this area. Now, what is key resistance right now is obviously the high volume node of the range. High volume nodes in sideways ranges are very important because they tell us the sentiment of the market. When the price is trading above the high volume node of the range, that's bullish. Most of the volume is below us. That's telling us the market wants higher prices. If we are trading below the high volume of the range, that's bearish. It's telling us most of the volume is above us. The market wants lower prices. So as we are coming back into this range, we expect to move toward this zone. All right. And if we go ahead and we pull our Fibonacci from the high to the low, I want to bring something very important to your attention, which is this. We've got ourselves here the golden pocket. All right, the golden pocket, the Fibonacci golden pocket. All right. In fact, right now, if we take a look at this chart, we can see that the high volume node lines up perfectly with the Fibonacci golden pocket. And so this is a very important target for Bitcoin, because one of two things is going to happen at the golden pocket. All right, let's see what's going to happen there. Let's see if we can find our picture. I just got a folder right here of pictures. All right, where is that picture? Where is that picture of 6 Juanita? Where is? Oh, here she is. Yeah, look. All right, this is a picture of the Fibonacci golden pocket. As the price is coming up to the level, we ask 6 Juanita, the 618 Fibonacci, out in a date. She very well may do what she did to me back in high school, which is reject me, because I was in something called the friend zone. She was into like cool guys like Sam Bankman-Fried back in high school. Here's a picture of SBF back in high school. All right, here's a picture of your boy Jay Casp in high school. And as I was asking her out, she gave me the rejection. Big purple candles to the downside. All right, that is one possibility that could happen here. However, given the context of the bullishness of the weekly, the 3-day, the 2-day, the daily, even if we get a rejection from here, that would make me very interested now in a higher low to form a nice rounded bottom before the all-time high, right? I don't necessarily think, although it's possible and it would catch a lot of people off guard, I hope, I should say, that we don't go straight up. I would like some kind of backtest, some kind of retest to show that indeed we are changing market structure here. Although we could go straight up, we got to be aware of this level. And if we start to get a move down from this level, that should make us now think to ourselves, okay, we are looking for a long from a higher low. All right, now if we just blast right through here and we hold above this Fibonacci golden pocket and she says yes to our romantic inquiry, she says, Jason, I love you. Like, I'm so glad that you asked me out, because I secretly had a crush on you too all this time, and I was just too shy to tell you about it. 618, me too. I've been too shy this whole time. I was scared maybe you would reject me because I saw the pictures on Jason Casper's YouTube channel. But then we're so happy we told each other, this is great. What a freeing feeling. I can be myself around you, 618. I can wear my googly eyes, and I can make my open mouth thumbnails for YouTube like this. And you can take the pictures on your iPhone, and then we can upload them together. All right? And then we're going to all-time highs, baby. So, right now, most important levels, 96.2 to 97.4. Key resistance. All right? Key support right now, $90,000. Secondary support. Because remember, here's the thing. This is a very bullish daily candle. But remember yesterday, I was looking for a fake out of these highs and a move back down. Like, that could still happen, guys. All right, that could still happen. And this thing could just be like a glorified fake out. So if that happens today or tomorrow, then what we need to do is we need to pull our fib from the low to the current high, wherever we're going to make that high from, and put on our Fibonacci levels, put on our 382, put on our 618, because these are going to be places where we look for that bounce, all right? Now, because 90K is support, if you see that we're coming back down below 90K and then we start to get a bounce and we reclaim 90K, that's called bullish, all right? That's called bullish. Higher time frame stuff we're talking about here. I'm not talking about the 1 second time frame. If you see a wick below 90K on the 1 second and a little pump, that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about like 4-8 hours of clearly we tried to come down there, but now we didn't. That is going to be bullish. But if we lose it, right, we close the daily candle below, then we could be looking for more of that move to the downside toward the Fibonacci golden pocket, 786, to get a nice rounded bottom. Now let's take a look at market Cipher B, because we are seeing some top-ish signals here. It's not top signals, but cooling off signals. Let's go to the, first of all, we'll start on our daily, all right? Daily market Cipher B, money flow about to cross from the purple into the blue. This is bullish. Momentum waves, plenty of room to the upside. Bullish, more room. 4 hour, red dot about to confirm in 22 minutes. This means cool down time. Cool down time. Money flow, 4 hours, starting to get a little bit lower here. Cool down time. We need to be, in my opinion, prepared for a little bit of a cool down and then another move to the upside. And when we get that other move to the upside, be very careful as we come toward the $96,000, $97,000 resistance, because by the time that happens, we might actually start to be forming the bear divs on some of these time frames. So be careful. I know people get excited. People don't buy Bitcoin until it pumps, all right? But we got to be careful when we're looking at this. We'll go down to the 1 hour. 1 hour starting to form bearish divergences. We got the momentum waves getting lower. Money flow starting to get a little bit lower here, okay? So just be aware that on the medium time frames, we have cool off signals. It's not like it looked yesterday, all right? Yesterday looked pretty bullish here. Things, well, we had the bullish CBD, right? We had the bullish CBD. We did have some bear divs here, but we have bullish CBD, all right? Which reminds me, we should look at the CBD now. What a great trade. Casper Crew VIP Discord, we literally caught this move here of a 9% pump setup given in advance on Monday. Isn't that crazy, man? Look, when you have a level, when you have a plan, you got to make that plan every day. Wait for your entry, all right? 2 days ago, looking at this level, if we have the divergences on these time frames, we absolutely did, right into our secret Casper Crew level. That's a secret level right there, man. Let me tell you. And then, of course, boom. Look at that. So dang juice, man. So dang juice. By the way, guys, BLOFIN right now is offering 10% cash back. You deposit $1,000, you get $100 back. Also, they are giving you 0.04% market order fee, 0.01% limit order fee if you sign up using my link. All right, check it out. Also, guys, BITUNIX, 20% cash back, up to $400, and they're giving you prizes based on your ROI. So it's not like a normal exchange where they're giving you prizes based on your trading volume. It's your ROI. So if you have like $100, $1,000, and you're good, you can get the prizes. Also, guys, Antarctic exchange. Check it out. Lowest deal on fees, SVIP privileges. This is something only available through my link. Nobody else has this. No other exchange has these fees right now. 0.015% market order, 0% limit order, decentralized exchange, meaning you hold assets on your own hot or cold wallet, and no market makers. We're trading against each other. It's a game changer, man. It's an absolute game changer as Bitcoin is breaking. Now, we do have to also recognize the fact that this is a potential, a bump and run pattern here, okay? A bump and run pattern. We get the bump and then the run, all right? Also, potential, I know people are saying this is like an inverted head and shoulders kind of deal here, or whatever you want to call it. So, in addition to the $90,000 level, you know, look at this. I just want to say, if we start to get the move down, we could be coming down toward this area here to retest the trend line before another bounce, okay? Now, if you want to join the Casper Crew VIP Discord, you can go to jasoncaspertrading.com. Click the link to join the best trading community in the world. Multiple instructors giving you their trade setups and their levels multiple times a day. It's the best trading community in the world. Link in the description. Now, I do want to point out one more thing here, which is this. And then we'll look at some other assets, all right? We'll look at some other assets, but right now I do want to point out some very important factoids on the chart, all right? Remember how I said we have 2 to 3 weeks after the green dot confirms before the big move? That's going to put us around that second week in May, give or take. Right between the first and second week in May, okay? Let's just call it May 7th, give or take, 2 weeks from now. All right, May 7th, 2 weeks from now. Because we confirmed the green dot right here. We confirmed our green dot. And then we have 3 weeks to the downside, and then boom, big pump. And then back over here, we confirmed our green dot right here. 2 weeks to the downside, and then pump. All right. So this is so important because what happens that week in May? What happens that week in May? Tell you what happens. May 7th, Wednesday, Lord willing, we'll be live. It's FOMC. One of the most important FOMCs of all histories, where they will make the federal funds rate decision, which is going to cause volatility. Now, in general, I'd say this is pretty neutral when it comes to, like, right now it has been very neutral when it comes to which way the market moves, because we've been ranging. But this could be a catalyst that causes volatility that actually leads us to our next move. All right. So if we start to get a pullback now, be really watching for what happens on May 7th. Be watching for what happens on May 7th. All right. Because that could be the day that we get that big bounce and it really begins. Okay. It's going to be insane, man. It's going to be crazy. All right. It's going to be the biggest thing that's ever happened in the world. That sounds like something Donald Trump would say. Speaking of Donald Trump, you know, he's super bullish on Jason Casper.
Make sure to like and subscribe to Jason Casper. He's the best YouTube trader in the world. He's getting huge. Shout out to the Casper crew.
So yeah, okay, let's take a look at the chat. Let's take a look at some other assets here. Bitcoin, overall, looking pretty good right now. We're getting a little bit of some consolidation, a little bit of some local bear diveronis. All right. A little bit of bear diveronis, a little bit of some pullback veronies. Major shout out to XEMA for the super chat. I'm not bullish enough. All right, shout out to Eddie. Life-changing gains, baby. That's right. We're injecting that trend line here. A little bit of Anavar, a little bit of trend line, a little bit of clen going on here just to keep those gains nice and chiseled, diced. You know what I'm saying? So early today, it's a bull trap, says D. Will ETH pump to 2,500? Let's address this. It's a bull trap, all right, says D. We need to address this rationally, because is this a bull trap? Everything right now on this chart is extremely bullish. We're printing bullish divergences out the dang wazoo. All right, this is very bullish. What does that mean? If this is a bull trap, in my opinion, it's a bull trap for top longers. All right, people who are longing up here. I personally think that this is a bullish chart. And so if you watched my stream yesterday, I gave you my 3 scenarios of what I'm actually looking for my next big long, because even in the event of a pullback, even the event of a retest, even in the event of simply just trading this sideways range right here. All right, let's be honest. The sideways range right now is this, right? We've got our clearly defined high. We've got our clearly defined low. This is our sideways range. Even in the event that we continue to trade this range, this is still bullish. All right, so whether we just reject from resistance and get a bounce from our trend line, or we reject from resistance, let's say we take the high of our sideways range, and then we come down and we take the low of our sideways range, that's still very bullish. Why? Because if we take that low again, guys, all right, if we take the low again, what would our oscillators look like? So bullish. What would the daily market cipher B look like? It would look so bullish, insanely bullish, if we actually did get a move back down to take the low. It would look something like this, guys, all right? We would have another drive of bullish divergence with the money flow literally tapping into that 0 line. That would be so bullish. So is this a bull trap? I mean, if you're on the 1 minute, or if you're a day trader, maybe, all right? So I am a trader, which is why I've been telling people this whole time, we need to be aware of this sideways range and the potentialities for a higher low or even a lower low. But in general, I don't think this is a bull trap. All right, when was the last time you had a weekly green dot hidden bull div that was a bull trap? All right, when? I mean, you could make the case that this was a bull trap. All right, this was a hidden bullish divergence. But if you consider at 150% pump a bull trap, then I don't know, man. Maybe you really are like a super high time frame trader. All right. Even if this is the last leg up of the bull run, which I think it is, I think this is going to result in the last leg up. I don't consider that a bull trap. All right. I don't consider that a bull trap. So any pullback now for me is a welcome opportunity. And if I'm wrong and the top is in and this historic signal, which it gives us that big move every single time, even in the bear market, giving us 45% pumps, and I'm wrong, I'll take that. I'll take being wrong, because I'd rather lean on the side of the data I have on the chart and it just didn't work out than me contradict what the chart is clearly saying and then hate myself later, because I've done that many times in my life. I've said, I know the chart looks like this, but I feel like this. And so I don't take action, or I take the wrong action, and then I regret it. And I say, Jason, why'd you do that? You knew what the chart said. Why didn't you trust it? Right? So I've come to really trust Market Cipher B on these high time frames, man. I really have. I really have. Shout out to Investment Time. What's a healthy pullback? Well, the healthy pullback from here would be either, I'd say, the retest of the trend line. We could look at 85K. We could look at, let's say, like 77K. Or we could look at the lows, right? If this is our sideways range for trading right now, what are we looking at? We're looking at our fib levels, all right? We're basically just looking at our fib levels. We're looking at our 382, which is basically just a simple back test of the highs. We're looking at our golden pocket 786 zone, which is a simple retest of the trend line and this low. And then we're looking at a liquidity grab of the lows. Those are the three areas where a pullback, in my opinion, is welcome in the context of this range, this green box, given the overall context of Market Cipher B. Which, by the way, there is a link in the description if you want to buy Market Cipher. I think I even have a discount code. Right? You don't have to buy Market Cipher if you don't want to. Yeah, pull the fib. Have I ever tested steroidones? The trend line? Yeah, you know, Jake. The trend line. Have I ever tested steroid? I don't know. I don't know what steroidones are. I don't know what steroidones are, but make sure to subscribe, make sure to like. We've got ourselves 1,100 viewers, only 300 likes, man. That's not good. How are we ever going to do a giveaway when you guys don't like, man? How are we going to do a giveaway if you guys don't like? 73K, PHUCK? Well, look, here's the thing, man. Again, like, if you're a trader, a day trader, who cares about 73K? If you're a hodler and a position trader, also, who cares about 73K? Who cares? All right. If you're hodling your Bitcoin right now, who cares if we do this? Who cares? It's still the same gains. Also, if you're a day trader or a trader, you should be happy if we do this. Right? So I like to talk about I'm scared and this and that, but let's be honest. That's just for YouTube sensationalism. Okay? The reality is, whether you're a position holder or a trader, who cares about 73K? If anything, that would give us such a bullish signal. In my opinion, that would be a gift. That'd be a gift. Right? That would be a real gift. But Bitcoin right now is looking nice. And like I said, if I'm wrong, I will gladly be wrong on this. Okay? I will gladly be wrong. It's very rare for me to come out and take a clear stance on my bias. I'm very neutral most of the time. You guys know this. I'm very neutral. I'm trading support and resistance. I don't really focus on these macro trends. But when you see something like this, which has literally happened only twice in this bull run, it's rare. You gotta take that bias. All right? You gotta take that bias. It's pretty crazy, actually. It's pretty crazy, actually. Okay, I don't know why even I'm talking like this. Eat that spinach. Those poor lows and double have sustained this pump. They might, a beer, but we might take it, right? That's the thing. We might or we might. There's two situations here. Those poor lows that we made, front running the golden pocket, could simply just, the market says, screw you guys who are waiting for 73K golden pocket, right? We've seen that happen. Bitcoin does that many times. Or it could be the ultimate liquidity run before the big pump. Okay, so we have liquidity here. We have liquidity here. So if we just clean this off a little bit here, all right, and let's just think like a market maker for a second, someone who wants to wreck everybody. If I was a market maker, which I'm not, what would I do? I would wreck the shorts, I would wreck the longs, and then I would pump it. I would trade the sideways range like this, clear the highs, clear the lows, and then pump it, right? That's what I would do. This is what Bitcoin does all the time, right? That's what Bitcoin does all the time. I mean, look at this. We had our range. What did the market maker do? They cleared the lows. Then what did they do? They cleared the highs. Then they dropped it. All right? So we've cleared the lows. Are we going to clear the highs and then drop it and then pump? Right? It's like one of those things. And now the way you determine, in my opinion, like the probability of these things happening is looking at your oscillator. So right now, I know if we do this, let's say, the oscillator is going to look so bullish. There's no way, unless it takes us like 3 or 4 months to come down here, the oscillator is going to look so dang bullish down here. And not only is the oscillator going to look bullish down here, but we pull our fib from the August 4th low to the high. And it's our Fibonacci golden pocket, man. All right, it's also our support resistance flip from this previous range over here, right? From these highs here. All right, it's going to be epic. It's going to be an epic battle. We got to muster the troops. We got to muster the troops. We need to stay strong. Come on, everybody. Keep your head in the game. Stay strong. Don't give up now. We've come this far. We've come this far. All right. Yeah, so Tyler says, everyone is going to be waiting for 70K when you already had so many chances to buy in the range. Yeah, that is the one option. So those are the two options right now. So it's really important, y'all, that we keep an open mind and just be aware of the scenario so we can trade them. If you're aware of the scenario, like we are in the Casper Crew VIP Discord, then you can trade it when the time comes, like we do in the Casper Crew VIP Discord at jasoncaspertrading.com, where myself and 3 instructors every single day, multiple times a day, are giving you our trade setups, our levels, our plans, the best trading community in the world. All right? And if you're in the Casper Crew, level given in advance, confirmations given in advance. All right, you could be long right now, man. You could be long right now. So, all right. All right, we got a super chat in his house, baby. Shout out to Crypto Scarface, bullish from 91,800, then 100K Bitcoin. Oh, bullish. Oh, okay, you're looking for a pullback to 91.8 and then 100K. 91.8, that's going to put us... Wow. That's not much of a pullback at all. Well, that would be nice. So, look, Crypto Scarface is looking for a tiny little pullback. Yearly open. God bless. You're one of the good ones. Shout out to JGD. Let's take a look at yearly open and see where that happened. All right? Because a lot of times Bitcoin does retest yearly open. I'll tell you when it did not retest yearly open. We never retested the 2024 yearly open. All right? Thank you for the super chat. But let's look at our yearly open. All right? Where was that? Oh, wow. Oh, okay. Sorry. Yearly open is above us, not below us. Wow. Yearly open is 102,000. Okay. This is very interesting. Let's do a little bit of analysis here, because oftentimes Bitcoin does retest yearly open. Let's go to our daily. Right? And let's go ahead and pull some fibs here just to see. Ooh. Ooh. All right, so JGD brings up a very... Oh! My goodness gracious! This is getting crazy. This is legit getting crazy right now. Do you guys see what I'm seeing? Do you see what I'm seeing? Whoa! Alright, so my man, JGD, is pointing out the fact that yearly open is the 786, the value area high, and just the yearly open, and a liquidity grab actually from this bounce that we had back in February. So, okay, let's get a little bit bearish here. I'm not feeling bearish here, but let's get a little bit bearish here. Alright? If the top is it, if this is the high, this could very well be our next opportunity for a massive short. I'm not saying this is the case, but we need to be thinking in scenarios. Scenario is that the top is in, we don't know it yet. 102,000, this is definitely a very key area of resistance. Alright, so like we were saying before, once you come above the fair value zone, which we're doing right here, it's most probable we make our way to the point of control, that high volume node of the range, confluence with the Fibonacci golden pocket. Likely we get a little bit of a pullback from here. If we do get a pullback from here, and we get a bounce, then most probable 102,000. If we reclaim 102K, boom. This is like 100% all-time highs. I think if we reclaim 97K, we're going to all-time highs. But if we reclaim 102K, absolutely all-time highs. But if we reject from 102K, this could be a lower high. Alright, it is a scenario to be aware of. So what does that mean? As a trader, it means for me, if I take a short from here, which I very well may, because I long and short all the time, I don't care if it's a bull or bear market. Alright, I don't care. I took many shorts in this area. I'm actually still in a little bit of a short from $98,000 up here. Right, still in a short from here. I short and long. It means if I'm in a short from here, after I lock in and take profit one, I'm not closing it. I'm going to keep it open just in case of a massive dump. Right, that's what that means for me. So this shout out to JGD for the super chat, because that is a very key level right there, man. That is a very key level. All right. Jeez, man. It's the wrong yearly? Sniper Garden? Really? We're at yearly open right now? Jeez. Let me check it out. We have to go to the 12 month, I guess. Let's check it out. Wait a second. Oh, this is the yearly open. I see! Alright, so I made a whole scenario based on the wrong yearly open. I made it based on the January open. Based on the January open. Close enough. Close enough, man. Alright, well, still, 102 is still a key level. Alright? And if it ends up being a juicy short, then I'll know that my yearly open is more reliable than the charts. Alright? Shout out to JGD. I do look at the chat, but here's the thing. I only got one little laptop screen right now. Alright, shout out to... Yeah, the golden pocket is exactly the POC. Alright? So we're yearly open right now. Am I planning to short? Yeah, I'm always planning to short, guys. Make sure to smash the likes. We've got 1,200 people, only 400 likes. Can we get the likes up to 1,000 in the next 5 minutes? Let's see if we can get the likes up to 1,000 in the next 5 minutes. If we do, I'll give away $500. I'm going to set a timer here for 5 minutes. Let's see if we can pump the likes up to the watchers in 5 minutes for a $500 giveaway. Let's see if we can't do that. All right. What do I have for you scalpers? So, all my scalp plans and day trading plans, after this stream, I'm doing the VIP live stream in the Casper Crew VIP Discord. If you want my low time frame analysis, join the Casper Crew VIP Discord. Alright? I'm going live at 8:45 in the Casper Crew VIP Discord, baby. Alright? I can't be giving away all the juice for free. Alright? It's a paid community, but for the price, it's the best. It's literally the best value. I can't think of another community that has better value for the price. All right, literally $2 a day. $2 a day. You get a whole beginner's course. You get 3 instructors trading 24 hours a day. New York Open, Asia Open, London Open, giving you their setups, giving you their not signals, but sometimes, often telling you what we're doing and why we're doing it. Plus, in the Discord, we do giveaways every single Monday, and we do games every single month. So we're giving away money in the Discord all the time. We give back to the community. We have something called the Journey and the Beginner Zone. Weekly live streams for beginners in there. It's great. The value is great at jasoncaspertrading.com. That's what I got for y'all scalpers. Alright? Yeah, we got awesome people in there as well. Shout out to Crypto Viking. Shout out to Crypto Viking. Shout out to Subscribe Media Digital. Alright. Shout out to Splashfire Films. Shout out to Flow Guy Hunt. Do I think Wall Street is going to pump or dump Bitcoin? I don't think Wall Street is going to do anything to Bitcoin. Alright, let's see how's the stock market looking. Man. This is crazy, guys. This is the S&P 500. Look at that bounce right from the golden pocket. We called this. When I say we, I mean me. Take the liquidity, bounce from the golden pocket. Interesting how things change. Obviously, right now, the key level is going to be 5,500. 5,500 was the first bounce we called. I call these two levels. I called 5,500. We literally bounced. The reason I called that is because it was the local golden pocket, right? Man, these golden pockets don't play. They don't play. Man, what kind of music is this, man? Things are getting funky up in here. Let's see if we could change this a little bit. Here, oh, this is epic. Let's change that again. Here we go. Yeah, so this is quite interesting. Green dot will confirm in 2 days. If we confirm a green dot on the weekly here on the ES, I think that's very bullish for crypto as well, man. I'm excited for May. All right, I'm excited for May. Let's take a look at our friend ETH. Man, this is ETH here. So, what do we need to do for ETH? I mean, we've got a few things going on for ETH. All right, thing number one is this. We are forming this very large symmetrical triangle. All right, and we are dipping down right now into a pretty key support. ETH, if we can reclaim the trend line here, which is $2,000, we could very easily get a pump up to, my man asked about $2,500 ETH. Absolutely, I'd say even higher than that. I'd say we're looking back towards the $4,000 Ethereum. Especially if Bitcoin's going to be pumping and making new highs. In fact, ETH is one of those rare assets where we had a second chance to buy at bear market lows here. All right? So we are getting about, I mean, when we look at the monthly time frame here, I'd say this is a really nice bounce from the POC of the bear market range. We're just trying to get back above this box. All right? Now, let's talk about key support below us, which is this, I'd say. Man, we bounced right from that value area low, essentially. All right, it's been 5 minutes. Do we have 1,000 likes? Do our $500 giveaway? No. 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 That's crazy. Bitcoin is king, ETH is queen. That's what I think, yeah. That's what I think. Sell in May? It depends on how quick we pump, honestly. I'm selling Bitcoin at 120,000. Alright. I've already sold Bitcoin at 80K. I sold it at 100K. I'm going to be selling it at 120K. ETH, I'm going to be selling above 5,000. I haven't sold any of my ETH this cycle. Alright. So yeah, we pump above $2,000, guys. We're back inside the range. You know? We're back inside this sideways range. I'd say like 2,500 is resistance, but I'd be looking back up to the top of the range, man. I absolutely would. Absolutely would. I think ETH right now is one of the most bullishly poised assets in the crypto industry. People are bearish on it. People say ETH is dead. And we're back down to bear market levels, man. It doesn't get better than that, in my opinion. It doesn't get better than that. Let's assume that we make another lower low. Like, because we got to assume, like, if Bitcoin makes a lower low, I would assume ETH also. If ETH makes a lower low, look at this. We have our bear market value area low at 1350, which, if that happens, we will have bullish divergence even on our weekly time frame by that time. Right? So, in my opinion, ETH is looking really nice. Even in the event of a drop, ETH is looking pretty dang nice. And I haven't bought any ETH here because I already have as much ETH as I want that I bought in November 2022. So I'm not going to deploy more capital. I already have what I want. But I am looking for that pump, and I am looking to sell. Let's check out Sol. How's Sol looking today? Whew. Man, Sol is looking good. Sol is looking great, man. We are above the POC of the range, which really means, guys, our next target on Sol is 194. All right, 194 next target on Sol. Man, it's gonna be value area high. It's looking good. We got 3 white soldiers here on the daily. That's a bullish sign. We've got a hidden, 3 white soldiers on the weekly. We got a hidden bull div here. As we come down to the daily, beautiful market Cipher B bullish divergence. Sol looks really nice, man. And we've changed market structure. On yesterday's candle close, we've closed a higher high in the daily. This is looking good. I would now be looking for something like this on Sol. Inverted head and shoulders. Introverted head and shoulders. Coming back down to back test around 100, let's say 100 to 117. That would be the next big place for me to look for a long on Solana, because we have ourselves the bottom signal. What is the bottom signal? The bottom signal is we've taken the liquidity from the range. Market makers stopped out all the longs. We've gotten moved back above the level. We do so with a hidden bullish divergence on the weekly, regular bull div on the daily. Now we've changed market structure. The first sign, these are all trend reversal signs. So now I'm in buy the dip mode. All right, buy the dip mode. You took profit too soon, says Tetrahedron. 1.2 thousand viewers, only 600 likes. Will the Bitcoin pullback be like a flash? We can't really know that, man. We cannot really know. All right, we cannot really know that for certain. But I would say this. All right, I would say this. It doesn't matter how fast the move happens if you are prepared for the levels. This is super key. You have to be prepared for everything, because there are certain things that we can't know, and there are many things we can't control when it comes to trading. So what do you got to do? You then have to control the things you can control and do the things that you can do to be successful. And that means, in my opinion, don't worry about how fast something happens. Just worry about the level. Worry about the level. Because how many times have we seen, like for example here, let's just do a thought experiment, because this highlights my point about how important the plan is and not trying to worry about how it's going to happen. All right, you had yourself right here a liquidity potential grab of the range right down here. Okay? Now, you could have had this level marked out in your chart for a long time. Okay? And you could have been wondering to yourself, man, I wonder how fast that's going to happen. Well, here's the thing. It happened pretty dang fast. All right? It happened pretty dang fast. Right? We just came down. This is a 1 hour chart. We just right below it. All right? So if you had this level on your chart and you had an alert set right around here, when you get that alert, now you make your decisions. All right? And in reality, you had like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 hours to make that decision. So you just make your plan. Don't worry about how long or how fast it's going to take. Set the alerts on the chart. Make sure the alert push notifications are on your phone. All right? That's honestly one of the main ways I get into trades, is having the alert notifications on my phone. I open up TradingView, I look at Market Cipher, I've already done the analysis, I've already made the plan, and then I make my decision based on that. You know? Jay Schlong, I'm married with 2 kids under 7, I have no control. Bro, I'm married with 3 kids under 7. Alright? I've lost all my ability to control. Alright? Shout out to Brian Miller. Praise the Lord. Praise Jesus. What a time to be alive. Seriously, guys. It is an amazing time to be alive. How much is the VIP Discord? It's $65 a month. It's basically like $2 a day. Great value. Link doesn't work? Alright, let me post a new link for the free Discord. Alright, let me post a new link for the free Discord here. I'll post it in the YouTube chat. Shout out to Alex. Your boy's due date is May 1st. Well, God bless him, man. What are my top free gaming coins? I don't know. I don't know. I have none. I have 0 top 3 gaming coins. Here we go, baby. Bitcoin's starting to get a little bit of a pump again. Bitcoin's starting to get a little bit of a pump again. Man. Shout out to Jason Clark. Blessed with another day of work while watching JC. I'm blessed with another day to be able to do this, man. Praise the Lord. ETH monthly green. Green dot? Yeah, you can pay for the VIP in crypto. Absolutely. You got to open up a ticket in the free Discord. Alright? You got to open up a ticket in the free Discord. Alright, guys. I'm going to be heading out. God bless everybody. We're going to continue this over in the Casper Crew VIP Discord, where we're going to be going over our low time frame analysis, making a day trading and scalping trading plan for today, tomorrow, looking for the next juicy entries like this that we gave on Monday. Played out absolutely perfectly. Excited for the next big trade that we're looking at in the Casper Crew. Make sure to sign up to BLOFIN for 10% cash back, low fees, opportunities to win $100 giveaways, all that good stuff. Make sure to check out Antarctic Exchange for the lowest fees. 0% limit order, 0.15% market order. To join the Casper Crew VIP Discord, go to jasoncaspertrading.com. That being said, God bless everybody. In Jesus' name, I do pray you are all blessed, that your families are blessed. May the Lord shine light upon us, and may we all draw near to Him. And I'll see you guys next time. Peace.